ensure that our girls students have a safe and secure environment on the campus. The university is now undertaking interdisciplinary research program as laid down in the National Education Policy 2020 by establishing centers for drug research center, material physics, nano drug delivery system, ethno-medicinal plant system, cyber physical system. In pursuance of the National Education Policy 2020, the university is conducting classes through blended learning method and steadily transforming to the digital domain through Swayam and MOOCs. Recently, university has organized an international conference on higher education in India, opportunities, challenges and solutions, to focus on the strategy of National Education Policy 2020. Dear young graduates, today is a significant milestone in your life's journey. By your hard work and commitment, you secured your degrees and awards. I wholeheartedly congratulate all the graduates and the meritorious students on securing gold medals and doctorates. It is a moment of pride for all of you, for your teachers, parents, those who helped in shaping your life so far. Remember, learning does not end here in the university four walls. Until you achieve full confidence of meeting uncertainties and challenges of the life's laboratory. The object of a university is to enable the students to reach the boundaries of knowledge, cultivate the habit of reason, inquiry and logic, and to focus on social mobility and transformation of lives. Universities are temples of learning, while education is both a training of minds and training of souls. It should give both knowledge and wisdom. Education is the training for leadership, good governance and transformation of society. The National Education Policy rightly points out that higher education provides people with an opportunity to reflect on the critical social, economical, cultural, moral and spiritual issues facing humanity to solve a real life problem. Aristotle rightly said that educating the mind without educating heart is no education at all. Students should never be turned into cosmic butterflies, but stars for transforming the university to inquire how scientific progress leads to change in philosophy, social structure and human well-being. If a university lacks these, it would lead the shaky future in the social arena and ultimately affects the growth of the nation. We should remember the words of Nelson Mandela that education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world. You are the stewards of this great nation and custodian of very rich traditions, cultural heritage and development. As we march towards becoming a developed nation, your active role among the 540 million youth of this largest democracy is a must. Yet no time man is free from problems and struggles. He strives continuously to try and work on impossibilities and ultimately succeeds. Robert Cook says that education increases your responsibility to society. Therefore, apart from your own individual advancement, society expects your return and contribution for bringing light into the dark lives, sunshine into interior huts, hygiene, living conditions, healthcare, and a new life for everyone who are underprivileged, forgotten or neglected. There therefore, the most important role of education is to transmit the tradition, culture, skill and knowledge to create a holistic man. Dear young students, on this occasion, I appeal that we should draw inspiration from our glorious history and the contribution of our great universities and institutions like Nalanda University, Takshashila and so on and great personalities like Aryabhatta, Varahamira, Susru, Srinivas Ramanujan, C.V. Raman, H.J. Baba, Vikram Sarabhai, Varghese Kurian, Vishwesvaraya, Venkatraman Radhakrishnan, Abdul Kalam, etc. It is time for us to question our contributions to the advancement of our society. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, in his address at the inauguration of Akhila Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam in Varanasi, quoted recently the Upanishads, Vidya Amrutam Asute, that is, knowledge leads to immortality and nectar. Our country is blessed with unique knowledge, wealth of qualified professionals, and it gets richer every year. Today, the world is looking at us and we need to respond. Remember that noble values of caring and sharing, service and sacrifice should be kept in our mind, and we need to keep away from dangerous and anti-social elements. On this occasion, I would like to quote the words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to make us more responsible. A university stands for humanism, for tolerance of reason, for the adventures of ideas, and for the search of truth. It stands for the onward march of the human race towards even higher objectives. If the university discharges their duties adequately, then it is well with the nation and the people. Before concluding, I would like to pay my notable respects to the Honorable Governor and Chancellor for gracing the 22nd convocation of the prestigious university, and convey my thanks to Professor Sandeep Verma for having consented to deliver the convocation address. Dear young students, I wish you all success in your life and strive for the well-being of the society and the nation. I once again convey my hearty congratulations to all the graduates, doctorates and gold medals recipients on this memorable occasion. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana. Now I request the esteemed Chief Guest, Professor Sandeep Verma to address the convocation. Thank you.
Namaskar. Honorable Governor of Telangana State and Chancellor Kakatiya University, Her Excellency Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Vice Chancellor Kakatiya University, Professor T. Ramesh Garu, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, dear graduating students, their parents, faculty members and friends. I offer you warm greetings on the significant day of 22nd convocation of Kakatiya University. I would like to applaud and extend hearty congratulations to all graduating students, their parents and families, and scholars who are receiving medals and degrees in this convocation. What a proud moment and a momentous day in your lives. This convocation is also very special as it is happening after a gap of almost 4 years. From this day onward, you will script a new chapter of your life story based on your solid educational foundation, judicious professional choices, a passion to excel in your chosen career, and being a responsible citizen. These expectations also align well with the overall vision of Kakatiya University, which says it is to build and transform the university into a center of excellence, ensuring quality, access, equity, and values. We all know how COVID-19 pandemic affected our lives by bringing the world to standstill and unleashed miseries that have not been seen in last several decades. Specifically, it closed our educational institutions, impacted our learning, and disrupted career progression for some of us and many young graduates. But I'm truly happy that we all stood up to this unprecedented challenge, and the indomitable spirit prevailed to bounce back to near normalcy, and we are more eager than ever to grab opportunities and with fresh winds under our sails. While looking at you all today, I cannot help but recall my days as a student in Banaras Hindu University in early 90s. Those were turbulent times in the university, and we lost one full academic year due to several reasons. But we became quite anxious about our academic progress and future career. Unlike today, there was no chance to communicate with teachers in the absence of internet. There was no computer for video lectures, no digital platforms to gain knowledge. I'm talking about early 80s. But as we all know, the human spirit is tenacious, and our urge to bounce back was clearly very strong. We worked through the hard times with hope and enthusiasm, and things turned out fine at the end. Let me fast forward to my post-graduation and PhD experience, where I learned to overcome preconceived notions and be open to new ideas and alternate academic options, and to get exposed to new knowledge. I always liked mathematics over biology, but when I chose to pursue PhD fellowship to undertake drug discovery research on AIDS, the HIV virus, I knowingly took up this opportunity and moved with full force to prepare myself for the new knowledge necessary to succeed in disease biology research. Each successive academic challenge till my return to the motherland as an assistant professor at IIT Kanpur was answered with full preparation and utmost determination. Again, things turned out fine at the end. A good take-home message from my career is to recognize that a chosen discipline in the early phase of our lives or studies need not be final and lasting. Education widens our thoughts, opens up our horizons. With a plethora of complex issues threatening our existence on the planet Earth, we need to be prepared and ready with multidisciplinary skills. Thus, I urge all of you to acquire cross-discipline knowledge, new skill sets in multiple domains, and inculcate a willingness for lifelong learning to address complex issues of sustenance and become a thought leader of the future. These endeavors will require not just mentors who could train you in your specific disciplines, but it will also require a circle of advisors who could address your evolving priorities, temper your enthusiasm for uncharted initiatives, and ensure the correct path for learning and leading from the front. So I advise you to talk to experts, identify their strengths, observe their working styles and their ability to resonate with your mental wavelength in order to identify a circle of advisors who could help you make appropriate decisions. Believe me, a challenging road travel together with right set of wise colleagues is very enjoyable, satisfying and productive. We all realize that knowledge and learning is as old as humankind, and India, one of the oldest civilizations of this world, with fabled universities such as Takshila and Nalanda, has been a Vishwaguru, a land well known for its finest scholarship in literature, science, crafts and philosophy. we still are carrying forward the flame of being knowledgeable and innovative in our approaches to counter any challenge that comes to our day-to-day lives. But such situations demand a lifelong learning. In fact, adult education and lifelong learning has got a major thrust under the new education policy 2020. We are expected to achieve not only foundational literacy, but also impart financial and digital knowledge, vocational skills, and holistic pedagogy centered around arts, humanities, culture, sciences, technology, and innovation. One of the great examples of reconfiguring a learning curve in real time was evident when an unknown virus and a deadly pandemic swept the humankind. We did not have detection devices, diagnostics, drugs, or vaccines for the virus. However, our government realized that the vaccine was the best hope, and there was a race against time to find an indigenous vaccine to cater to 1.35 billion Indians. Just around that time, my friends, I received a letter asking me to be a part of PMO constituted vaccine task force to look at various options and to brainstorm to find the best path ahead. We met periodically to share our scientific information, pool technical resources, and seek expert medical advice to ensure that our highest policy and decision makers were given the right answers and working solutions. Indian pharmaceutical industry also rose to the occasion, and we produced the most well-tolerated vaccine against the coronavirus, Covaxin. This was an intense experiential learning and putting knowledge into action for the benefit of humanity. So a clear message is that life will throw us curveballs more often than we anticipate, but we need to use our prowess, our wisdom to offer solutions through multidisciplinary action. It is time to be also aware that a new revolution of innovation, translation, and startups is happening around India and across the world. Honorable Prime Minister of India exhorted us by saying that I see startups, technology, and innovation as exciting and effective instruments for India's transformation. This grand vision and proactive government interventions have catalyzed an increase in the number of recognized startups in India from 471 in 2016 to close to 73,000 till the end of June 2022. We have become the third largest startup ecosystem in the entire world, and we have to be very proud of this fact. In the great state of Telangana alone, there are over 6,500 registered startups, including 4 unicorns, and many such initiatives are building quality products and affordable services at the national and global scale. The future beckons you to intensify the startup revolution in the great state of Telangana and India through dedicated efforts to elevate brilliant ideas into actionable translational efforts and calibrated entrepreneurship with due financial support in order to achieve affordable Atmanirbhar solution and become job providers. My dear young friends, this graduation is so very special. You are graduating in the 75th year of independent India, and you will be the architects of our Amrit Kal till the year 2047. You will lead India to a glorious future, secure our motherland, and firmly establish us as an undisputed world leader and Vishwaguru. I will close this address by reciting a sloka from Katha Upanishad. Uttishtat Jagrat Prapya Varan Bodhat Shurasanna Dhara Nishita Durdatte Durgamam Pathah Tat Kavyo Vadanti. It is translated as arise, awake, approach the great and learn. Like the sharp edge of a razor is that path, so the wise say, it is hard to tread and difficult to cross. It was also paraphrased, if you will recall, and famously exhorted by Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. Finally, I wish each one of you the very best for your life and professional career. I'm sure that our paths will cross again in future and you will make Kakatiya University, this great institution, very proud of your success, continued excellence by becoming a good citizen and a compassionate human being. Jai Hind. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. May I request Madam Chancellor, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai garu to give her.
Ramesh, Vice Chancellor, members of Academic Senate, members of the Executive Council, Registrar, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, and my respects to Professor Vidyavati, the former Vice Chancellor of Kakatiya University. When education was a dream to the women, and I am surprised Professor Vidyavati was the Vice Chancellor of this great university, and that itself shows uniqueness of this university and women empowerment, like the Kakatiya dynasty. Because when women empowerment was a dream, Rudra Mahadevi was the exact example of women empowerment. Like that, Professor Vidyavati, former Vice Chancellor, is an example of the women empowerment, and I really salute her because she told me since 1968 she is here. So I salute to her dedication. Congratulations to all the students who are going to be the leaders tomorrow. And my respects to Professor Lingamurthy, former Vice Chancellor, and congratulations, sir, because I was seeing he was taking Professor Vidyavati with him. So that is a great example how the teacher should be. And as it is said by the chief guest, Professor Sandeep Verma, I am very proud and happy he is a part of our vaccination drive of our India. And I am proud, I am really proud standing before you, sharing the message that I have taken the indigenous vaccine. And this indigenous vaccine has been exported to 150 countries, which was a dream once. When we were medical students, we used to expect the vaccination from other countries. And he must be knowing, rubella vaccine reached us after almost 5 to 15 years. Polio vaccine reached India after so many years, which was used by the Western countries. But at the earliest, with the dedication of our scientists and the guidance of our Honorable Prime Minister, and I reminded of our Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Hyderabad to motivate the scientists so that we could get the vaccination at the earliest, and because of this, we have won the corona only because of vaccine, that too the indigenous vaccine. And we have crossed more than 200 crore doses. It is unimaginable for a country like us. So that itself we are very proud, and I want each and every student to take forward that proud message and be a part of achievements. This is not an easy job to pass all these days and be here as a proud recipient of the degree. But you should thank your parents for the sacrifices. Because of them only we are all sitting here. I salute the parents because it is denied for so many children. Because of poverty or because of so many problems. But we are sitting here as proud recipient of our degrees because of our parents. And we have to salute our teachers. Without them, it is not possible to become the degree holders. And I proudly say I am standing here because of my teachers. First of all, I want to tell you, today you are born. You are all new human beings. Before we were all dependent on somebody, whether teachers, whether parents or friends, but now we have become independent. It is like our 75th year of independence. We are all independent. But we have to take forward our duties. First of all, in convocation, so many chief guests or chancellors or vice chancellors can advise you so much. But my advice is, first follow the basic duties. Then you can follow the professional duties. Most of us don't follow the common things in our life. I always say one incident. One student came to the vice chancellor's room and told, "Sir, I will do anything to get a pass. I will do anything for you, anything I will do." Then vice chancellor asked, "Will you do anything?" "Yeah, I will do anything." "Why can't you go and read?" That is the message. So that is the basic thing we have to do. But the students think without reading, I always say, there is no any shortcut for success. I will take the secret of success. First secret is hard work. Second secret is hard work. Third secret is also hard work. There is no any shortcut for success. So first of all, we should think that we should come up in the life. And as it is said, now we need research papers. And as our Honorable Prime Minister said, we need critical thinking. What is critical thinking? I always narrate one incident because he was telling about scientific papers. And we also always deliver convocation addresses. It should be different. Even scientific papers, but scientific papers cannot be different because same papers. What is critical thinking? We have to think according to challenging situation, and we have to think differently. In Einstein's life, one incident happened. Einstein was going after university for submitting his scientific paper. His driver got bored. His driver told, "What, every time from top to bottom you are talking the same. If you allow me, even I will now deliver the lecture. What is this? What are your scientists? Every time you are talking the same thing." So Einstein wanted to teach a lesson to the driver, and he told, "Okay." At that time, no internet, nothing. So nobody knows who, face of no one. So Einstein told, "I will sit at the back, last row. You deliver." So really this, then Einstein thought, when question session comes only, this fellow will face the challenge because he cannot answer the questions because questions will be different. So he told, he went and sat at the back, and this driver went and then he delivered the scientific address. It was okay because repeatedly he heard that only. Then question answer session came. Einstein was laughing. Okay, this fellow will be caught. So one student stood up, clever student, like Kakatiya University student. So they were very eager to ask the question. Some universities, if I say ask question, they will be very hesitant to ask the question. Oh, and 2 or 3 students stood up and asked. Then Einstein was laughing. This fellow is going to be caught. Then he very simply told, "These are very simple questions. A driver sitting at the back seat will answer because I cannot answer. These are very simple questions for me." That is the critical thinking. Whatever may be the challenges. So he must be a driver because he should have acquired the knowledge because he was the driver of Einstein. So we as students of Kakatiya University how we should be. We should be pride. We should take the pride of our university. In future days, there won't be any dearth of chief guests because the students sitting in the audience, in the auditorium, will be the chief guest of this university because you are going to be the achievers. As our Honorable Abdul Kalam said, don't think small. Thinking small itself is a sin. Think big. I want to become such a person. If you dream so only, you can at least reach some of the ideas or some of the dream which you are dreaming. My request to you, please, first of all, change small habits. I always request. Morning, if you are getting up at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, please get up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Or at least 6 o'clock. And your eating habits, please do some correction. Please go for traditional food. Corona taught us lessons. Don't go for westernized food, pizza, burger. Please do our appam, puttu, our idli, our dosa are more nutritious. So we always have a feeling other things are very good. But follow our tradition, always. And another thing, I want to tell the students, please face the challenges. I am very disheartened to know a student got committed suicide. Life is for living. Your parents, with so much of sacrifice, they are sending you to the colleges. You have to repay them with pride, proud moments. Your parents should think that I gave education to my child. My child has made me proud by being the best person in his or her profession. Always think big. There will be challenges. There won't be a cakewalk for every time. There will be challenges. For example, I got married when I was doing my first year MBBS. I studied, even my first semester was after my marriage only. But I got through whole of my career without any arrears. I want to tell you that. I had my marriage, I had my childbirth, but in spite of that is conviction. But nowadays, students are afraid of, they are thinking about profession, but they are not thinking about married life also. They are thinking that it is not needed now. According to me, please balance between both. That is very necessary. Ask your teachers. Nowadays, if girl children are postponing their marriages, don't do that. Because as a doctor, I know the complications are more. So please give importance to family life too. That is the message I want to tell. Because I am seeing now girl children, particularly girl children. Why I am not talking about boys, no? Boys are now little eager. It's my experience. So please be balanced with your personal life and professional life. There is no happiness in professional life without happiness in personal life. So be happy. Don't compromise your happiness for anything. Life is for living. And always take the right path. Well, when I was assistant professor in the medical college, after completing my lecture, I asked the students, do you have any doubts? Next week exams. One of the students stood up and asked, I have a doubt, madam. What is your doubt? Where are the question papers are printed? That is my doubt. That is not the type of education we have. And I really happy that your Vice Chancellor told that after quite long time, Chancellor is visiting the university. I love to visit the universities, and I want each and every one here to top the country. I want the higher education of Telangana to top the country because you are capable of that. When our capability is at us, our chief guest told, we are capable of producing vaccine. We have become the pharma capital of the world. And I want the universities to carry out all the procedures of new education policy, the national education policy 2020, because it has great ambitions. As our Honorable Prime Minister said, taking the student away from the four walls of the classroom. That is great thing. And another thing, it is encouraging the research activities, it is encouraging the mother tongue teaching, and apart from that, you will join as a science student, and after 1 or 2 years, you won't like the subject, and there are dropouts, and new education policy definitely prevent the dropouts, because you can change the group, and you can, if you are unable to study also, you are certified for your at least first year, second year or third year. And apart from that, this gives an easy method for education. So I laud our Honorable Prime Minister. After so many years of our independence, we have come out with a new education policy. And as our Honorable Prime Minister said, education is not just about degrees, but to create resources to take this nation forward. And my appeal to the students, but when our Vice Chancellor told this is the only university exclusively for engineering, women students are studying, I really salute this university for giving this option. Because as Chancellor, when I conducted a Vice Chancellor's meeting, I asked, they were telling, no, now girl children are coming forward to learn more, to study more, and even the degree holders are more. But when I asked the question, okay, you are telling girl students are coming forward, but what are the branches they are selecting? What are the groups they are selecting? Most of them are selecting just degree courses. Most of them are selecting only just post-graduation degree courses, but not innovative courses, research activities, because they think there will be hindrance in the routine life. But I want you to take challenging courses, because previously as medical students, we have seen only gynecologists as ladies take only gynecology, but now cardiologists, nephrologists, anesthesiologists, intensivists, even oncologists, complicated, even orthopedicians. Now ladies are taking that challenge. Please always take the challenges. Life is for living, life is for happiness. Please achieve things, but don't compromise your happiness for anything. That is my request. If you tell something to achieve, then they will be focused on that, leaving everything. And limited use of your gadgets. Gadgets should sharpen your skills, but should not engulf your time. One teacher asked one student, do you know how much your Android phone take away your time? Do you know that? No sir, I will Google and tell you sir. He said like that. So we are so dependent like that. So please, when you go out also, you enjoy the flowers, enjoy the trees, enjoy the greenery. But you are not enjoying it, just you are looking at your cell phones. Is it true or not? So please enjoy the life. Sharpen your skills. You should not be the same person who are today. Tomorrow you must be a different person. You have to sharpen yourself. I always say, even the nail, which don't have any blood supply or nerve supply, 0.5 millimeter every day the nail grows. Then how much we have to grow? So always innovative and always with critical thinking, always face the challenges and always be communicable. Communication is very important in this era. Communication, please improve your communication skills. Communication, whatever may be the group you study, whatever may be the branch you select, communication is very important. So please improve yourself, whatever may be the drawbacks, try to overcome one by one so that you can achieve great results. And I wish you all the best. From today, you will be a new person, different person, so that you can achieve great results. Definitely you have to face challenges. I always say a proverb which is in Tamil, but I can translate and tell. Whenever we want to grow, there will be a challenge. Whether it is office, whether it is institution, whatever may be. So a tree says, whenever I want to grow, I am spreading my tree branches. This gardener doesn't like that, so he is clipping my branches. So this tree says, you clip my branches. Okay, no problem. Because life is not easy. It won't allow you to spread the branches and to grow. Each and every branch there will be challenges. Your branches will be clipped. But the tree says, you clip my branch, but you cannot clip my root. Because my root is deep in this sand, soil. So that I will grow, I will spread my branches, I will give fruit to this country, I will give leaves to the country, I will give shadow to the country, and I will give lovely flowers to the country, whatever may be the challenges. So definitely, even the highest office will face the challenge. It's not that it is easy to be a governor. Definitely it is a difficult job also. It is not easy to be a governor. But I always think it is not just for sitting and relaxing. It is to do some of our duties, and I feel as a sister of Telangana, my tenure of governance should be benefited to the student community, particularly the universities. So only I am visiting the universities, and I wish you all the best, and you should be achiever. Everyone asks me whether you are a extraordinary person, you got the governorship in this younger stage. I always say, no, I am not an extraordinary person. I am a very, very ordinary person. I also love sarees, flowers, jimkis, bangles like an ordinary woman, but I do things in an extraordinary way. Like that, you have to do things in an extraordinary way. Always think innovative, always, but my simple request is, always be happy, don't compromise your happiness, and don't compromise your health also. Please do yoga in the morning, take good food, take good sleep, at the same time achieve great things, correct the small things, and the greater things can be achieved as easy as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister of Telangana, Madam Chancellor, for having given wonderful and inspiring message. Now presentation of candidates of PhD. That the candidates be presented, I call the Faculty of Arts. With the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts, kindly stand. Honorable Chancellor Madam, I present to you these candidates and prayers. They may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Faculty of Arts, for which they have qualified. English, Bandari Swarna.
In the name on behalf of the Academic Senate of Kakatiya University, I admit you to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts, and I charge you throughout your life to do worthy of the degree.
Bandari Swarna.
పనిచేయడానికి ఇంటి దగ్గర చేశారు నానబెట్టి
Sudhir Kumar Bano.
K. Padmalata.
రెడీగా ఉండండి, పేరు చదవండి. ఇది సేపు చేస్తారు.
నేను ఎన్నుకునేటప్పుడు అనుభవం తీసుకోవాలి. నా నెట్ మీద ఎన్నుకుంటాను. దీన్ని ఎక్కడ సార్ కదా.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I beg to move that the grace of academic pause on persons whose names are appointed to academic state on the report of examiner will be appointed and certified to qualified severally for respective degrees, diplomas and medals and declared in the list appended. We are certified to the respective degrees, diplomas and medals.
నువ్వు పని చేస్తున్నప్పుడు చేశారు.
Now, call upon Ratna Devi Mora, Chemistry, Violet Kishore, G. Ramesh,
అది కావాలి ఫాస్ట్ ఫాస్ట్.
M. Aruna, B. Parvati, Gandhi Nemali, Geology, Sandhya K, Jimrao P, K. Ravi Kumar, C. Rojini, Tirupati Koila,
ఓకే ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓ రెడీ ఉండండి ఇక.
ఓకే ఓకే
నీకే గిరాకీ ఎవరో నీకే గిరాకీ.
Mathematics, Rajalakshmi K,
ఓకేనా.
Microbiology, Sarika K,
అర్థం కాదు.
Biotechnology, Ramakrishna D,
ఓకేనా.
Geology, Asarkonda Swami Charan,
మంచిగా చెప్పి చాలా
ఓకే
Kadukuri Sai Krishna,
మంచిగా చెప్తే చాలా
Sridhar Nalluri,
మంచిగా చెప్తే చాలా నీ పేరు చెప్పుకుంటా.
వీటికి రానుంటుంది.
మంచిగా చెప్తే నీ పేరు చెప్పుకుంటా.
Is the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Pharmacy, Chinese Land. Honorable Chancellor Madam, I present to you these candidates and pray that they may be admitted to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Pharmacy for which they have qualified. Ratnakar Reddy Kutta, Sukanya N, Sarga Devi N, Arjun Harala, Munita Panchadula.
ఓకే
Will the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Commerce and Business Planning, Tamilisai. Honorable Chancellor Madam, I present to you the candidates
బీసీ గారు మీరు ఇటు రండి సార్. మీరు ఇక్కడ
and pray that they may be admitted to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Commerce and Business Planning for which they are qualified.
ఇక్కడ వచ్చేమని వాళ్ళని.
Number 1, Sarika Reddy. Second, K. Lata.
Kiran Kumar Deshi. Sri Harmanu. J. Surya Prakash Rao.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Social Sciences kindly stand? Honorable Chancellor Madam, I present to you these candidates and pray that they may be admitted to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Faculty of Social Sciences for which they have qualified. Economics. Godedeva Kriparani, Rajeshwar Rao Lingudari, Gangaya Sanganapelli, Haidaya Macharla, Sudamoni Ramulu, Public Administration, Warangal Sudhakar, M. Srinivasulu, S. Nagaraju, Lavanya Chintam, Political Science, D. Kavita, Venkateswamy Sriram, Lavanya Vasani, History, K. Sudhakar, Komineni Viranna, Kotaraveni Tirupati,